Hey, come along with me while I make some DIY mushroom shelves. What you'll need is a lot, and I mean a lot, of hot glue, push pins, paint, and wax paper. So to start, you're going to draw a D to your size preference. I chose a small D because I've always wanted a small D. Then you will encase some push pins into your mold. And I want you to remember to keep burning the absolute shit out of your hands while you do this. And cause a stringy mess that you'll have to clean up for days. And the wax paper, it's gonna stick to your project. At least mine did. But it's okay. It gave me a smooth surface to work with, so I guess it worked out. I'm gonna jab some pointy thing in there and make some holes so I have a spot to put my earrings. Here's the paint, and I forgot to film myself actually painting, so here you are. That's it. Enjoy. Bye.
This is my favorite song. Here I go. Straight hair, straight A, straightforward, straight paths. I don't cut corners. I make a point to be on time. Hooty hooty hoot hoot. I don't black out at parties. I jam to Paul McCartney. If you ask me how I'm doing, I'll say, well, hoot.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how you can get a similar glass stain effect on any plain glass window pane or door. I have a link to the exact window film that I used, but you're really only going to need that, a squeegee, and then soap and water. This is a super easy and runner-friendly DIY, and you can rearrange it as many times as you want. I started off by cleaning off all the window panes and cutting everything to size. After that's all done, you want to make sure that you take the clear backing off of each of the individual window films or it's not going to adhere properly. Then you just use your sponge or squirt bottle to apply the soapy water, add the film, and then squeegee out all of the excess liquid. And ta-da, a very easy way to add color to any space.
Today I'm going to be rating some of my favorite paper crafts that I've made so far. This lemon cake is the first cake I ever made, and it honestly bothers me a little bit how the lemons aren't perfect, so I'm giving it a 5. I really like this chantilly cake. I liked how colorful it is, and it's personally one of my favorite cakes to eat in real life, so I'm going to give it a 3. Out of all the crafts I've made so far, this MacBook holder is one of the easiest to make, but it's also the most practical, so I'm going to give it a 6. This key lime pie was my most popular video on TikTok, and it's really simple and easy to make, so I'm going to give it a 7. This 85-degree strawberry cake was my most popular cake on Instagram, and it's actually personally my least favorite, so I'm going to give it an 8. I really like this vending machine concept. I think it's really unique. It's not quite done yet, but so far I'm really liking it, so I'm going to give it a 2. It actually took me forever to design these strawberries on this matcha crepe cake, so I'm going to give it a 4. This birthday cheesecake is inspired by the Cheesecake Factory, and it's actually my favorite because it is so colorful, and every time I look at it, I feel happy. Let me know if you agree with these rankings.
I've decided that I'm a good person and that I deserve good things to happen to me. And therefore, I've decided that I'm going to pamper myself as much as possible. I'm going to look for as much fun. I'm going to look for as much fulfillment. I'm going to look for as much ease. I'm going to follow my ease. I'm going to follow my bliss. I'm going to follow my flow. I'm going to follow the good feeling. I'm going to let the good times roll. I'm going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to hang around with people that are fun to be with. I'm going to look for reasons to feel good. I'm going to keep a diary of good feeling things. I'm going to call it my book of positive aspects. I'm going to get a box. I'm going to call it my creation box. I'm going to throw all kinds of good stuff in it, and I'm going to proclaim it as mine. I'm going to accept the reality of this vibrational reality, and I'm going to go there as often as I can. I'm going to bask. When I find myself basking, I'm going to milk it with everything that I've got. I'm going to look for other people that are doing the same. I'm going to trust that law of attraction is going to cue me up with them.
Alright, so this is the tutorial on how to make a spinny sun mask. So as you can see, his face and his spikes spin separately. He doesn't do that in the game. I just think it looks cool. So yeah, here we go. The materials that you're going to need are a fidget spinner, tape and glue, and a lot of cardboard. This mask is basically made up of 2 separate pieces, which are his face and his spikes. So step 1 is just to fully paint those and just get them ready. Once you've got those, it's time to make them spin. So grab your fidget spinner. There it is. So the fidget spinner is basically made up of two parts, the outer spinny part, which we will attach to the spikes, and the inner spinny part, as you can see, that we will attach to the face. So we start off by attaching the outer part to the spikes. So make little marks where the holes in the fidget spinner are on your spike piece, and then cut those out. Now you're going to need some little like dowels. I just like rolled up cardboard because you need to stick them in the fidget spinner just like that. Make sure that those dowels are not sticking up farther than that little centerpiece on one side. Now just secure them with some glue and then stick them into the spike piece. Once they're in the spike piece, make sure that there's a little bit of space between the little center spinny thing and the actual spike piece, because we need that little center thing to be able to spin, and if it's like pressed on there too much, it will not be able to spin. So yeah, make sure that there's a space, and yeah, it's still spinning. Once you're sure that that middle thing can still spin, just secure it with some glue. Alright, now set that aside. We're going to work on the face now. So you're just going to want to put some magnets on the bottom of the face so that when it like does its spin thing, his face is always upright. As you can see there, there's some magnets glued onto the bottom. They don't have to be magnets, just make sure they're heavy. There that is, nice. Now grab your fidget spinner contraption again and glue his face to the little centered thing. Once you've done that, he can now spin. Wow, look at him go. Now all that's left is just to strap him to your face. I just used two long pieces of cardboard, one like around the back of my head and one over the top of my head, and I just secured those with some Gorilla Glue and tape. And that's where my nose goes, so I put a piece of foam there. That is optional, you don't have to, it's just more comfortable. Yep. And that is all. Hope you found this helpful. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.
Tonight, won't you stay? Wait a second, I don't really play. Bust it down, you know I'm on the way. Double B's, glasses see through double C's. Cartier frames, look at me, making my shots like I lead. I'm on my way up, I feel blessed. Triple sec, running stars all on my head. Way up to the ceiling fan, cash stacks, free pants. I can never see the end. Love me, baby, don't pretend. I know that you just a friend.
On my toes. Said it's as far as we can go.
Play. Bust it down, you know I'm on the way. Double B's, glasses see through double C's. Cartier frames, look at me, making my shots like I lead. I'm on my way up, I feel blessed. Triple sec, running stars all on my head. Way up to the ceiling fan, cash stacks, free pants. I can never see the end. Love me, baby, don't pretend. I know that you just a friend.
On my toes. Said
Hey, it's
I just wake up, always fucking ballin', get the paper. Mission started base, we going way up. Even in the morning, moon rays shooting like a bullet. Star signs racing, but I never catch the warnings. Swear shorty got it, she a goddess. Honest, made me really want her, she just bad as fucking gorgeous. Back up in the cosmos, I just need a call, oh. Hoping she don't ask me for a statement,